Alice Paul was born to a prominent Quaker family in Morristown, New Jersey on January 11, 1885. She grew up knowing nothing other than gender equality and at a very young age began attending women's suffrage conventions. Her academic achievements include a bachelor's, master's, doctorate, and 3 law degrees. After receiving her master's degree from the University of Pennsylvania, she moved to England and worked with the women's suffrage movement there. Alice Paul was imprisoned for her actions with the suffragists in England. While in prison, she led hunger strikes to protest. When news leaked to the media that the suffragette prisoners were being force-fed, they were released and Paul returned to America to join the suffrage movement there. She joined the National American Women's Suffrage Association, NAWSA, in 1912, but parted ways shortly after because she wanted harsher actions to be taken and was unsatisfied with the little progress the association had made. In 1916, Alice Paul formed the National Woman's Party, NWP, starting her own radical campaign for women's suffrage. She held rallies and parades, but her most controversial action was continuing to picket the White House during World War I. She held signs with statements that criticized President Wilson's hypocritical war for democracy overseas while denying it to the women at home. Alice Paul was imprisoned and, like in England, led hunger strikes and was violently force-fed. When the American public found out about the treatment at the prison, they demanded she and her partners in crime be released. She continued her fight and traveled the country by train, spreading her story and the NWP's cause, making it a national issue that could no longer be ignored. Between 1918 and 1919, the cause made it to Congress and the 19th Amendment was passed in August of 1919. Alice Paul knew her job was not over. She knew the right to vote was only the first objective met towards gender equality. The next step was creating the Equal Rights Amendment, ERA, and getting it passed through Congress. The ERA states, "Equality of rights under the law shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of sex." Granted, the amendment was proposed in 1923, it has yet to be passed in 2015. To this day, women are still enduring structural violence, limiting their opportunities, thus denying them equal status.